Hi, I'm Drew Elder, and welcome to another edition of Nac Edition. This is a student-produced program that airs every week with new stories on what's happening around Nacogdoches and around the SFA campus. This week, we have stories on the planetarium here on campus, as well as the release of the long-awaited video game, Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Leah Campbell has also taken a look at preschool storytelling program being held at the Nacogdoches Public Library with the goal of encouraging kids to read. Let's take a look, and we hope you enjoy this week's Nac Edition.
Guests of all ages enjoyed the open house put on by the Nacogdoches Regional Airport. Whether it was the airplanes, the food, or the air show put on by the pilots and the remote control planes, there was something for everybody to enjoy.
Once a year, the Nacogdoches Regional Airport puts on an open house for the community. From 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, pilots as well as residents are welcome to come out and visit. Every November, the regional airport comes alive as airplanes from all over the South gather in Nacogdoches. The airplanes present range from restored World War II airplanes to newer commercial planes. Guests are welcome to enjoy all the airplanes have to offer and meet the pilots as well as airport staff. We spoke with pilot Rusty from Oklahoma, who had this to say about the open house.
Well, we're going to have the remote control airplanes flying, and then going to be flying kids around. We used to have airplanes that would do a demonstration air show, but we haven't done that in several years. Fuel got so high, it just got cost prohibitive to have an air show. So now it's just what we call static displays. All the airplanes parked out so everyone can see them. So the city owns the airport, and the city keeps the maintenance up and everything, and it's like the helicopter you see over there does life flights, and they come in here, and then there'll be airplanes that will come in here to take kids lots of times to Children's Hospital or something like that, or even adults, but lots of times kids, and so it's a valuable source for the community to have.
Fun is not just limited to adults. There's something for the whole family. Many vineyards and organizations make this air show possible every year. From Alex's Lemonade Stand to catering by Bullfrogs, you won't leave hungry. SFA helps out by providing a safe place for children to play. If jumping in a bounce house isn't for you, an air show is put on by pilots in their remote control airplanes. Even though the weather did not allow Nacogdoches Regional Airport to showcase all it had to offer, guests still enjoyed the afternoon and got to get up close and personal with pilots and their planes. Hot air balloon rides were not able to be given on the account of windy conditions, but everyone enjoyed watching as the Care Flight helicopter flew away, signaling the end of this year's open house. I'm Christian Rush, and this is Nac Edition.
Every semester, Stephen F. Austin hosts a teacher job fair to help education students land jobs after graduation. But after statewide budget cuts to public education, the teacher job fair is no longer seen as the asset it once was. Jatera Thomas has more.
Teaching is a profession that requires the development of students as well as the art of education. It takes a special person to believe that making a difference in a child's education is worth much more than any financial gain.
The pay wasn't what I was going after. I wanted to be with the kids. I wanted to provide them with a learning opportunity.
Just to see people when I explain something to them and they understand what I'm saying, it's just like very heartwarming.
And I love to see how kids grew in their knowledge, and I loved just watching that happen, and I wanted to be a part of that.
In the past year, Texas has experienced $4 billion in cuts to public schools as well as 900 jobs lost. With school budget cuts and teacher layoffs increasing, the question of who will be affected the most in the long run is at hand.
Ultimately, everything we do in education is done to impact children and the welfare of children. And something like this, the impact is the same. It comes back to kids.
Any career, when you take a budget cut, I think some people decide not to do as well. I don't think the teachers will be as dedicated to teaching the students because they are going through budget cuts, and it's really not the students' fault. So they shouldn't have to be the ones that suffer, but I think they will be.
I'm also depressed at another level because it's a reflection on the part of our state government that education doesn't count for much, which to me is a reflection that kids don't matter.
The reality of teachers' jobs decreasing in Texas is evident by the drastic decline in school districts that will be present this week at the semesterly Teachers Job Fair hosted by SFA's Career Services Department.
It's already been said that there's not many jobs out there, and then for a job fair to come along and to know that the decrease in the districts coming is a little scary, because I'm in one of the largest intern groups that SFA has seen in a long time. There's like 110 of us, and so 110 of us trying to find a job in Texas just from SFA at the same time is a little scary.
That's an indication that districts are so low on money that they can't travel, and we know that's going to impact their hiring decisions as well. And yet, we need new teachers every year.
I'm trying to be very optimistic. So I've worked for a school district for 10 years. It's a wonderful school district, and I'm hoping that they see the potential. If I am going to be a substitute teacher, and that is something that I will end up doing until there's positions that do open up, and it's eventual.
Despite the issues surrounding the education career path, the Teacher Job Fair is the perfect place for education students and alumni to find open teaching vacancies. The Teacher Job Fair will be held Friday, November 18th from 9:30 a.m. to noon in the Grand Ballroom. With Nac Edition, this has been Jatera Thomas.
For more information on the Teacher Job Fair, email Career Services at careerservices@sfasu.edu.
Ever looked at the stars at night and wanted to know more? Well, you might be interested in what Stephen F. Austin State University Planetarium has to offer. For more details, we go to Kyle Rogers with the story.
Located on the first floor of the Math and Nursing Building on the Stephen F. Austin State University campus is the Planetarium. Since opening in 1983, the Planetarium has been presenting both entertaining and educational programs about space to the public. Operated by the Department of Physics and Astronomy, the Planetarium utilizes 30 slide projectors, a CRT video projector, special effects, and a star projector located in the center of the room to display their show on the 30-foot dome above.
Is that far as you think it's?
This machine that's right next to me here is called the star machine, star projector, and it will put the stars up on the ceiling just like you see at night. And I can take you to any place on the earth, either South America or North America, any time of year, and I can show you the sky and where the planets are located.
The Planetarium has shows over all different kinds of celestial formations, from planets and black holes to solar systems. And these shows are geared towards different age groups. All their shows are available for viewing by appointment, but the Planetarium also has shows they run periodically throughout the year. The Planetarium is currently displaying their show Ringworld. Narrated by John Billingsley, who played Dr. Phlox on the TV show Star Trek Enterprise, this show chronicles one of NASA's current missions, Cassini. Cassini is one of the most ambitious missions ever launched into space. Costing $3.26 billion, Cassini was launched October 15, 1997, with the purpose of exploring Saturn's secrets. The interplanetary voyage to the ring planet took nearly 7 years to reach its destination, as it entered Saturn's atmosphere July 1, 2004. Cassini has 7 tasks to complete before its currently scheduled 2017 impact with Saturn to complete its journey. Several of these tasks have already been completed, such as the characterization of Titan's surface, when in 2004 Cassini sent a probe into Titan's atmosphere. Ringworld describes the making of the spacecraft, how it and its instruments work, describes the mission in chronological order, as well as discussing the planet Saturn, its rings, and its very immense moon system. The show is 40 minutes long and is airing every Friday to the public at 7 p.m. from now up until November 18th. Admission is $2. For more information on the Planetarium, you can visit their website at www.physics.sfasu.edu/planetarium/. For public show information, contact 936-468-3009 or the Planetarium at their office at 936-468-3001. For Nac Edition, I'm Kyle Rogers.
Stay-at-home parents might have a difficult time keeping their children occupied all day. However, there is hope. Every Wednesday at 10 a.m., story time is held at the Nacogdoches Public Library. Leah Campbell has the story.
Every Wednesday at 10 a.m., kids from 18 months to 5 years come here at the Nacogdoches Public Library for preschool story time. The program has been offered for free for about 20 years now. Don Radnitzer, the head children's librarian and storyteller at Preschool Storytime, says there is usually a good turnout.
We have a lot of people that come week after week to come and bring their children. Usually they have snacks that we give them, and then they go into the storytime room, and we have finger plays that we do, and then I have about 3 stories that I do. And then we have some movies that usually the movies are based after books, children's books. So they're not just any type of movies. But and then we have a craft that they do.
Dana Patterson, a full-time mother, takes her 2 children to preschool story time every week.
I love story time. I'm a religious story time goer. We are here every single Wednesday.
She says the program lets her meet new parents and allows her 2 girls to get involved in various learning activities before entering kindergarten.
It keeps me sane, gives me something to look forward to. They get to hear some stories. You know, Miss Dawn is really friendly. She reads a few stories to the kids. They get to do an activity, a short craft that is easy for little kids to do. And they also get to watch a movie. They get to meet moms of other young kids, so it's just nice to get out of the house, to get out with your little kids, to connect with other moms of young parents. It's healthy, and you can, check out some books for your kids at the same time. It's just a happy, good place to be.
Along with a story, a snack, and a movie, the program also encourages kids to start reading on their own and to start using their social skills with other kids. Radnitzer says it's a great opportunity for parents to get a head start on their child's education.
Well, I would encourage them to come to bring their children in, because it's a good time for them to introduce them to new books. A lot of the books that I get are new books that are just been published. It's a good social networking with other mothers that are maybe staying at home, and it's good for their kids to do the crafts and listen to the stories. So it's a good experience for them.
There is also a Spanish story time offered on Monday nights at 6 o'clock for those who speak Spanish or for those parents who want their kids to learn the Spanish language. Again, the program is free, and if you want any more information on it, go to npl.sfasu.edu. Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Leah Campbell.
The Nine Flags Christmas Festival has become one of the more premier holiday celebrations in the state. The Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive is a special part of the festival every holiday season. Reporter Fernando Verver will tell us more on the whole story.
For more than a decade, the Nine Flags Christmas Festival has paid homage to the rich and spirited history of the oldest town in Texas. The Nine Flags Christmas Festival is an annual event that honors the heritage of the 9 flags that flown over Nacogdoches. Most events take place in downtown Nacogdoches. However, some special events happen at other locations throughout town. The Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive is one of those special events. This festival is one of the most popular events this town holds each year. Here's Samantha Mora with more about the Nine Flags Christmas Festival.
The Nine Flags Christmas Festival is a celebration of Texas history and culture. We've actually had 9 flags that have flown over Nacogdoches instead of the 6 over Texas. So we combined a festival that celebrates our history and emphasizes our 9 flags, since we are unique in that nature.
The Nine Flags Christmas Festival is having many events starting from the middle of November through the end of December. From a lighted parade to a toy drive, the Nine Flags Christmas Festival is pleased to present the 5th annual Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive.
We're actually holding the Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive here in our Visitor Center. It starts November 17th, but you can come down early, and it goes all the way till December 16th. You can bring new and unwrapped toys, so we can put in our toy drive box. This is for the underprivileged kids in our county.
The Nacogdoches Convention and Visitors Bureau helps the community agencies collect much-needed toys and Christmas presents for the Nacogdoches County. All toys donated to the Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive will be given to local charities to disperse throughout the county.
We're trying to get toys to give to the underprivileged kids in Nacogdoches County. Over 44% of kids are below poverty level in our county, and so we're just trying to let them have a magical Christmas.
The Nine Flags Christmas Festival will also host drop-off spots during the month-and-a-half-long event. There are so many local children in need during the holiday season, and we encourage you to bring an unwrapped gift suitable for children of all ages. Times can be tough, but during the season of giving, buying a toy for a child in need can make their Christmas one to remember. Reporting for Nac Edition News, I'm Fernando Verver.
For more information on the Spirit of Christmas Toy Drive and other Nine Flags Christmas Festival events, please call 936-564-7351 or log on to www.nineflagsfestival.com or be a friend on Facebook at Christmas Celebration.
Game releases are one of the most important nights in the gaming community. Hardcore gamers have waited for months for a particular game, and on release night sometimes wait in line for hours until they can finally have their grand prize. Sherrod Boyd and Chris Neff have more on the release of Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim.
In a matter of hours, this quiet GameStop has become a gaming frenzy. That whole, you know what I'm saying? That's what we got.
He said a lot though. He said crazy.
Some of the fans have been waiting for hours before the 12 release of the game.
Well, like the other Elder Scrolls games, it's an open world MMO or like RPG. So, you know, there's a lot of variety. You can do pretty much whatever you want. There's like no boundaries, so you can just go about, do your own business. There's plenty to do, hundreds of hours of gameplay, just like the previous Elder Scrolls games. So that's kind of what makes it such a, you know, game to get.
Really, it's just that you can do anything, and you're really free to do whatever you want. You're not restricted to, per se, one storyline. You can, you know, if you want to deviate from the main quest, you can go do other stuff, or you can just mess around, you know. You're not confined to one thing.
GameStop even lets some of the fans have their own locker battle, which is reminiscent to what you can do in the game. This grown ass motherfucker with their swords and shields ready to take battle in the streets.
LARPing's been around for a while. I'm not really sure how long, but, you know, me and my friends, we would see videos and things of people LARPing. So basically what it is, it's you can either take a persona like a character, and you go out and you just have fun, like with foam swords and things, so people don't get hurt. But we kind of limit it to characters, so we don't have characters, but we have, you know, levels and things like that. So it's similar to how Skyrim would play, but there isn't any magic or anything like that. So we just kind of go out there with swords, shields, Nerf guns maybe if you want. So you're just out there with friends having fun.
Here we go.
In the previous game, you know, you go out and you save the world, and now in this one, you come out as a dragonborn. So, you know, you're a descendant from the dragons, and the dragons come back, and they're a major threat to the world of Skyrim. So you're out to find out why they're back, and you have to get rid of them because they could possibly destroy the world.
GameStop was hoping for a big release. Over 200 people table and you're on board. This is Chris Nac, and you're on board for Nac Edition.
Hello, my name is Librarian Cole with Nac Edition. C-Daz Gibbs and Jessica Hammon took a trip to Nac Edishion's Treatment Center this weekend. So guys, how was your experience?
The experience was awesome. I love Christmas, my favorite time of the year. They had Christmas crafts everywhere. It put me in the spirit immediately. They welcomed us with open arms. It was great.
Whenever we went, they were actually having their biggest fundraiser event for the year. It was their Christmas Craft Bazaar, and everything was just awesome. There was just so much that we saw of all sorts of different crafts that everyone had made. There was just a lot where we couldn't even decide what to get, really.
Yeah, there was too much. I wanted to buy everything and give everyone a craft that's in my family. It was awesome. I had to choose from a select few, but I think I made some good choices.
So what choices did you make? What did you get?
I actually brought some cookie mix, and I'm trying to talk my mom into making that for me. And I brought this candle box. It's pretty awesome. It lights up and has designs and everything. And I brought an ornament for a tree. Yeah. So.
I bought some items too, and just the great thing about everything being bought was that, you know, everything we bought as well as everybody else bought was all donated to the Nac Edition Treatment Center, which actually helps Alzheimer's and dementia patients out. And I just think it's a really good cause and like a really great program that they have, because every day they go and they pick up the different patients, and then they have activities planned out for them throughout the day that are completely different and that adhere to each patient's interests and everything throughout the day. So I thought it was excellent, and I was not having a problem buying
They have
anything.
a support group as well, and it informs the patient's family members about the disease, if there's any changes in the patients. They're very genuine about the whole situation, so the patients are in good hands. They take care of it. They meet every month, so it's a support group. It's awesome.
All right, guys, that all sounds great. Well, these are some awesome things. Let's see what you guys experienced at the craft fair.
Yes.
Every year since 1972, the Treatment Center hosts its very own craft bazaar to help raise money to keep their services available for patients and their families. Just last year, the Treatment Center raised $15,000 from this event alone, and employees are hopeful to raise that much money again this year. 100% of the profits from everything sold goes directly to the organization. All of the crafts are made from donated products and then handcrafted from volunteers, as well as the Treatment Center staff who have donated their own time. Crafting for this event usually begins in June, with people hard at work until this one-day event in November. All of the crafts featured at the Craft Bazaar are Christmas related, with an additional jewelry and handbag section that was incorporated just last year. Among the traditional Christmas crafts, you will find a variety of baked goods, ranging from pies all the way to your favorite jams or cookie mixes, as well as a silent auction where pictures and even college memorabilia are sold to the highest bidder.
It kind of kicks off the Christmas festivities here in Nacogdoches. I think we're one of the close to the first things that happen here in Christmas. And so people from all over town come, and we see the same people year after year and some new friends each year, but it's just a wonderful community event that we really enjoy doing.
If you missed this year's Craft Bazaar, don't fret, because it will be back next year in November. Another fundraising event coming up to benefit the Treatment Center during the holidays is the poinsettia sales in December. If the Nacogdoches Treatment Center is a place you would like to intern, volunteer at, or even donate to, you can contact them at 936-569-7173.
That's it for this week's Nac Edition. Check out more student work, including pieces that may not have made the show or YouTube channel on Jack TV SFA. And remember, you can all follow us on Twitter at Nac_Edition. We hope you enjoyed this week's Nac Edition, and we'll see you next week.